Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of FoolCraft, and my plan for this episode is to make some good old progress on the fortress at the top level of our base here. And you may notice behind me that the wall has been moved over slightly. That's something that we needed to do, and I had some help from a good old friend of mine. Mr. Iskall 85, welcome to my base.
Thank you. I haven't been here in ages. I gotta say it real quick before you say anything else.
Yep.
Shut up.
Oh.
This thing here. Wow.
You like that wood, dear?
Have you designed this wood, or is this actually? Because this ain't fir wood.
This is 3 different types of wood mixed together. If you look around at each of the blocks, it's pine, jungle, and fir. Right?
Ah, yeah. This is looking good, dude.
I'm glad you like it because I'm probably gonna tear all of that up. Right now, you're in the part of my base which is basically gonna get torn. Well, it's the work in progress area, right?
Work in progress. Okay.
All of this here is getting torn to shreds. I'm rebuilding my fortress. Don't know if you ever saw it before, but it was pretty pants looking. If you come over to this side though, and check this out.
Fine.
You will see a very nice build, right?
Yes.
It's looking cool. Problem
It's
is,
looking very pretty.
I probably should have built it over in this direction 2 blocks so it lines up with the wall.
Oh, you built it wrong.
Yep.
Oh. Okay.
I built it off by 2 blocks. So I thought,
Nice.
who has lots of knowledge and wisdom about this mod pack, and who, if anyone, could probably move it all over by 2 blocks using some sort of mod magic, right?
Okay, I see. Okay.
Is it
so
possible?
where do you want? Yes and no. Yes to the fact that we can move it. I don't think the mod supports chisel and bits though, and since you got a lot of stairs, they may get messed up.
I don't mind because the chisel and bits isn't like crazy on detail and, you know, really difficult to recreate. It'll take me minutes literally to go in there and just bust out.
Just place the stairs.
Yeah, it'll be no problem. So if you could move this to the left or to the right by 2 blocks, that would be a huge lifesaver for me.
So do you want this pillar here, where I'm standing now? Do you want this to be here?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. I'll give it a try. Could you break down all the stairs? Because I don't know if the server will crash trying to move them. Me and B-Dubs played around with that, and it turned out very weird. And just like, or I can just try, but it may mess up. It may mess up.
It's your call, man. It's your call. I'll happily go around and move all the stairs though if it won't work.
Okay. They may get. I can't remember. Should I just try it? Like, it's gonna take me like a little bit to set this up, but I could just try it.
Yeah, take your time, man. Let's give it a try and see what happens.
All right. Okay, so I have now started this this move job. Oh crap! I did this wrong, X.
Yeah.
Dang it! Okay, hold on.
By 1 block. Oh, does it have to be outside the area that it's copying? Oh.
Yes. So I'm basically, this is funny. I've done this many times before, right?
Yeah.
But not really ever on blocks that matters. So.
I see.
No freaking guarantee, man. We'll see what happens here. But yeah, this is gonna be interesting. So, like I said, I don't know about the chisel and bit stuff. It may get ruined.
That'll be all right. I got a question. So this mod that you're using, can it also, let's say, like copy and paste, and can it rotate?
Yep. It can rotate.
Oh,
yes.
Wow. That might make building this thing a lot easier.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do, as long as you don't use the chisel and bit until after, right?
Yeah.
So
dude, you just said your catchphrase. I'm giving you a catchphrase. Everyone in your comments will agree. What I'm gonna do. You say it so much, man. I love it.
Sorry, is it good?
It is good. Do you know what I was thinking? I reckon when you watch a video and you like the person you're watching and they do things that they do frequently, I reckon it's like a little dopamine release. Does that make sense? Like when you go...
They're like waiting for it.
Yeah, it's like you go, what I'm going to do. And I'm like, there it is.
There it is.
There it is. Oh.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do now? I'm gonna shut up.
You can't say it ever again now.
Now we're getting progress. So where do you want this thing moved to?
Okay, it looks
One more to the right.
Something still looks very odd with it. It looks like it's not in line with this,
Yeah,
okay?
yeah, we need to move it back, and that's fine.
But when you do
But,
that, then there's all these other blocks at the back here, which I don't know what they are.
Oh, yeah. But it will probably be good, okay? It will.
I'm worried, Iskall. I'm worried about this now.
Is this the right height, though? It looks like it's the right height, though, right? Okay, by 2.
This is gonna go wrong though. I've just got that feeling.
Of course, yeah, it's gonna go wrong. It's gonna be so hilarious when you stress out, man. I love it when you.
Oh no, I can't. Like come over here. Oh wait, no. Look, now it's all good.
Now it's
Sort
all
of.
good. Okay.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
very
that's
fine.
perfect. It's gonna work. It's gonna work, man. I
Okay,
don't know
let's
what all
set
those
this
extra
to
blocks are,
move.
but they're gone.
This is gonna be scary, man. Okay, so I need. Hold on, I need a lever, man.
Oh,
I need
ain't
a
got no
lever.
I'll go get you a lever. I'll
This
get you
is
a
the
plain
second
old
time in my.
vanilla. All these fancy mods.
Nah,
All right,
nah, we don't
moving
need
blocks.
them.
What do they need? Good old-fashioned redstone. Here you go.
Yeah.
Hang on, I got a magnet
Okay.
here. I need to get rid of that. Through the magnet. No, I want my
I
magnet
stole
back.
it. I stole it.
Give it back here. Oh.
So, dude,
Yep.
I take no responsibility for failure.
Okay.
Go. Okay.
It's doing a thing.
It's doing something.
It's starting at the bottom.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Look at that. It's realigning everything. This is good.
I love that it can do this. Like it's
Is
moving
it-
the blocks from the same area, if that makes sense. I half expected it not to work if you were going to put it in the same location.
Izuma?
Yeah?
Izuma? I just got one thing to say. What I'm gonna do is nothing. I'm just gonna watch it. It will do the work for us. Yeah, it's done.
Sweet!
Move job is completed. It actually worked. Oh, there we go.
That is so good. Do you know what I think I'm going to do, though? I think when I go and put the blocks back for chisel and bits, that I'm going to like not chisel them until I've copied this. Then I can place it on the 2 other walls as well.
Yes, yes. You
Save
should
myself a ton of
just
time.
break them, right, and then copy the structure. That's
Yeah.
the right way to do, and go with the detail level last. Am I breaking your
Absolutely.
stuff? I'm sorry. I'm
That's
sorry.
quite alright, I appreciate the help. So, we're going to come back to that mod that Iskall used later on. I got to repair this wall first of all, and then what we'll be doing is using that mod to copy it to the other sides. Now, the problem is it didn't move the chisel and bits. So if you look at where they are down here, these stair-shaped blocks, they're chisel and bits blocks, and these pillars would have been where this is. So it's moved everything else but those, and that includes some of these leaf blocks that were chiseled, and lucky for us, most of our chiseling work wasn't a lot of detail. It was all quite easy for us to figure out where it needs to go again. What I need to do right now is go around and tear this stuff out. So if I hold down control to vein mine, that might pop a lot of it. Now, did I just mine a full block? I did, didn't I? That was a silly mistake. There it is. There's the slab. Yeah, we need to go along like this and just tear all of this stuff out. Now, because it moved it all across and it had to leave some blocks behind, there may be some other repairs to do here. But once I got rid of all of those, we're going to build this thing back up. This time, though, I'm not going to chisel the blocks straight away. We're going to put them in the place to be chiseled, and then we're going to leave them there and copy this thing all the way around. Once it's copied on all sides, then we can go ahead and chisel it. So my plans are to get this thing built on 3 different walls, and maybe we make like a small section of this and copy it across this bit so we can get part of the entrance side done as well. Oh, I am looking forward to doing this. It's going to take me some time, so I'm just going to chill out, you know, listen to some music, enjoy playing some Minecraft, and make some good old progress here in the world. So when me and Iskall were hanging out there, he didn't actually show me how to do all of this because I had to leave the computer, so he set it up for me and then did the whole copying thing. So I've been trying to figure it out for myself. But first of all, let's talk about the build in front of us. So I realised, although copying this is going to help us, all the blocks are going to be in the same places on each wall. And so I think what we'll have to go around and do is just swap a couple of blocks over here and there. And the same thing goes for the leaves as well. But what I've done is I've gathered all of the blocks and put them into this chest, which we're going to use to reconstruct this on either side. And I need to clear all of that right there before we do it on that side, right? So I've gone and placed in these blocks, which are space chambers. And the way they work is that they will copy everything on the inside between them and the next one. So these blocks on either side of it won't actually get copied. Now you need to put one in each corner, which I find a little bit strange because you would only need 2 of them to figure out the shape of the cube. But here it is. You can see on the inside of it, we'll be capturing all of the blocks that are in front of us, and there's more of them over on that side. So then what we have to do in one of the corners is remove that, and one of them has to be this space chamber controller block. And on that we right click it with this card, and then we have put that shape into here, I believe. So then what we've got to do is rebuild it with the builder block. And the way that this works is that it's going to paste it in rotation, I think. Like, if I face this way, it'll paste it behind it. If I put it on this side, then it will be facing that way across, if that makes sense, which I think means we've got to place this. Well, first of all, let's figure out what height this thing's going to be at. It'll be above that block, so that's 62. So we've got to find a spot around here that's 63. And we're not going to stress too much about getting it in the exact right spot. So there would do, for example. We've got to give it some power. So I've made a thing, and it's not in my... Oh, I left it on the ground. Okay. Yeah, this thing over here, Iskall was telling me about. We'll see more of this later on in the video. And we're going to put it down next to the builder to give it some power. I think we could have actually used any power source, but that's just one that he recommended. So this thing is full up with power. We've got to put the card inside of it, and now we should be able to do preview mode, and we're not seeing anything. Yikes. Okay, well I was expecting to see something at that point. Modded is complicated. There's a step that I missed here. I'm supposed to give this thing a whack. You see, it says chamber not formed. So I give it a slap, and now it's created the chamber. Now I do that, and when we put it in over here, we should have something to preview. And it's actually gone in straight away, so let's do that. Yes, okay, that's kind of good. You're in the wrong place, though. Now, when it comes to rotating, I'm not 100% sure how to do that. Like I said, you might have to rotate the builder block, but you can place it in different corners. That puts it over there, does it? Okay. And then that puts it down there. Well, that was very strange. And then that puts it kind of closer to where we are. Alright, it's kind of scary to do this because I don't want to put it in the wrong space and have to move it all over again. But double, triple check in, just, you know, looking around, trying to figure it out. This bit here is most telling. Just made a diagonal line going over to where this point would meet. However, this corner is actually the one at the opposite end, but it is apparently in the correct spot. And the next thing for us to do is to grab this. And by the way, I got it slightly wrong as I was trying to explain it there. The rotation option is actually up here, which I missed, so you have to click on that to rotate it, and then the rest of it is in relation to where the builder is. So I picked it up, put it down a couple of times, and let's give it some juice as well. In fact, it might be able to do the job without having the power next to it. This is already stored a lot, so all we've got to do is give it a lever, and then this thing will go. Moment of truth, people. Moment of truth. Oh, look at that. It's doing it. It's doing it. I like this very much. Now, I want to step back and watch it. I want to also quickly look at how much... Yeah, it's got loads of power. Okay. It's not going terribly fast, but that don't bother me. Look at that. That is quite something. Let's get a good old view of this. Now, that really is something. Except you can see it didn't do one of the leaf types. So let's go and double check that I got that. We have spruce in here, we have fir leaves, and I'm dead sure these ones are fir leaves, but maybe I got it wrong. Nope, they're fir leaves, so I'm not sure what's up with that. But at the moment it's left behind this, so I can see where they were going to go. But then I thought, well actually, we want to make each side unique when it comes to these leaves. So I think we're good to proceed like that. And I'm pretty sure that is exactly in... Yep, it's in line with that bit. Oh, well, that's spectacular. So, we're going to repeat that on the opposite side over there. And then what I'm probably going to do is make a small section of this and copy it onto either sides of this bit as well. Looking good on all sides. Everything is in the right place. You can see at the front here, I've copied over a couple of small sections. And what I'm going to do next now, I think, is build the framework for the corner. And originally I was thinking of copying a little section like this over and over again, I think I might still do that, and I'll say hello to Ren in just a second, don't you worry. In fact, it'll definitely be smarter. It kind of feels a little bit slow in some ways, but I think the scale of the building means it would be faster. So I'll start off by copying like a 3 wide section across the front here. Yeah, going across like that. Then we'll rotate it and copy it that way. Then I'll go around and fine tune it all. And basically we'll build up like a corner at the bottom here all the way around. And then I'll copy that giant entire thing to each of the corners. And then after that I think I'm going to be done with this project. But we do need to come back here and go around and do all the details. Because of course all of this is mirrored on every side. And I haven't even got around to doing the chisel and bits yet. Oh my goodness me, this stuff takes so much time, but the scale is epic, and it's an epic project. It's going to end up looking real good. I've run into a somewhat ironic problem. Now, for this corner, we want the pattern to stretch around on all sides. I mean, in theory, I could do something different, but I feel like for the bottom layer, that's the way that we should go. And if I had left this thing notched over 2 blocks like it was on that side, when I came to drag these things out, they wouldn't have been in line with this shape that was already there. However, it would have been very easy to create the grid going around in the square. Whatever I do this way, if I want them to meet up on the corner, so we have a flat corner like this, they're always going to leave a gap over here, and vice versa. If I line it up with this wall, then it leaves a gap in this space. So I'm kind of inclined just to leave a gap next to this wall, which would be right here. And at the same time now, I am wondering if maybe we should try a different wall design. I'm actually going to knock this one on the head for now. Today has been one of those days. Shenanigans have been going on. I've been dragged away from the computer several times. I've been unable to play my favourite game. And right now what I've got to do is fix some problems in the base. Because when Iskall was over here, he actually found some. So earlier in the video, I did say that we would use these advanced power cells later on, that we would see them again. We're going to use them to fix a problem. So, like dimensional transceivers, we can send power wirelessly. And we're going to replace one of our dimensional transceivers in a moment. The way you link these together though is really quite cool. So once you place it inside the power cell, it gives you a channel, and actually it unlinks it once you take it out again. So if I do that, or this, well, it's not behaving like it was a moment ago. That's very... Oh no, there you go. Right, link ID 16, link ID 16 please. Oh, is that 10? Oh goodness me, I don't know. Anyway, I put one in here, I put one in there, and they linked together. But then it puts it back there. Actually, I don't know. It's not doing it like it was before. I literally did all this a moment ago. Anyway, I'll try and figure it out. You watch the clip with Iskall. There we are. Hi.
Oh, this is the place I recognized. Yes.
Yeah, you come here to fix problems from time to time.
Oh, you did the doors.
Yep. They automatically open.
How did you connect them together then?
Ah,
oh, no,
redstone. Redstone.
You got pressure plates here
no,
somewhere.
No. Oh, you don't know how this works.
Is it a player sensor down here?
Oh, he's looking.
Yeah, it's a player sensor. I have this in my base. I had a player sensor.
Oh.
I do. Oh, and you got chisel and bits. Very fine designs. No, it's more science. It actually looked like you chiseled these things. Oh,
yeah, it does look a little bit like that, doesn't it? Yeah, yeah. That's using the signs. And then you know this system because I got it from you. Everything goes through its own dimensional transceiver, and you can monitor how much power everything is using over here, which is pretty cool.
This is good. This is good. This is what I thought about when we spoke about this.
It's one of my favorite builds.
In that direction, storage, mob farm, or processing. Boom.
You got it?
Oh yeah, this is the beautiful room. Oh.
Okay, you don't have your magnet on, do you?
I don't have a magnet, dude.
Okay, so I have a quarry running around the clock, and what it will do is it will chuck out ores onto here, and they go across from one side to the other. Then they get sent into the machines, and they look like they're broken because they're on, right? Why
yes, they machines, have stuff in them.
Why are they on? Oh,
no! Here's an iron ore coming.
Some weird power issues.
Oh, it's getting stuck here. Oh, who's building up entities?
Hang on, where's it getting?
Look here! Look here!
Why? Hang on! Don't just break stuff. I can pick all of that up. What? That looks really odd, doesn't it? Okay, so that means that the chest below it might be full. Jeez, you know, this is modded. Like, you get a...
It's full.
Oh my goodness me, is it full? Stop breaking blocks in my base, by the way.
I'm sorry, man. I'm just looking. I'm putting them back.
I think it might be a power issue. There's something wrong with... Oh, everything always breaks in this game. I'm sick of it.
Poor Azuma. Oh yeah, you're low on power in the pulverizers, so they're running very slowly.
Yep, I can fix that though. That right there is a great sign, and we're going to chuck those things, which will literally go back into the system and then come out into this room again. So, this thing no longer does power, and somehow its power's gone all the way back up. That's because the other thing is feeding it power through the cable. Actually makes a lot of sense, and what we should probably do... Well, no, that'll need power to send items, so that's terrific. That worked out well. This power cell is working perfectly. And by the way, this thing has been infused as well. We'll talk about that in a second. So the way that you do this is you put your power cell card there, then you put another one here, and it links them together on the same ID. So then you can take this one out and put it in the other one. Now, the other way you configure this thing is to tell it if you want to input or output. So I've clicked on output here, and the other one's been clicked on input. So now this thing is running smooth again. However, it's got a lot of work to do, and I think maybe we should look into upgrading them, which is something that I've actually gotten out of loot bags. So we're going to go check out what those are. But quickly, we'll head over to the bottom, skip over to here, and I love walking through this door every time. And you'll see that I pinched a couple of blocks on the side. So currently, we're using this much power, which is reasonable, I think. That's what's going through. But now, this thing I don't think drains any power for using it, right? So the numbers that we're seeing don't include what were the dimensional transceivers. So this thing, yeah, has been clicked on out. Or in, sorry, so it takes power from that bit, which is kind of cool. And now I'm stuck down here. And where we want to go next is up top to show you the infuser. Bam! So this is how you craft dimensional shards. We've farmed pretty much all of that stuff. I still think I go around and gather quartz manually and I make my glass manually, but some of the other stuff has been farmed now. And you put a block from the game in here and you add some dimensional shards and it infuses it, and it seems that that will give the block a perk. And I believe the perk for what we were using is that it doesn't charge you extra RF for long range transport of energy, so that is just fantastic. Anyway, going down here to the loot bag room, if we just so this will upgrade our thermal expansion furnaces and hopefully make them run faster. I need to look into it. So these things are upgrade kits, and then there's also conversion kits, which get really confusing because they have lots of different crafting recipes. But basically, these ones upgrade incrementally, and these ones jump straight to the thing that you want. And we've got the ones that upgrade incrementally, and I've managed to craft them all, which required some stuff I thought I didn't have, but with the loot bag farming we get these ingots coming through, which is really cool. And what we'll be able to do with these is add some augments into it, and one of those is this, is it Pyro Concentrator, I think was the one? It allows you to pump in fluid pyroethium, wow, I don't know how to say that, to increase yield from ores, and that stuff is made out of this. So if we click on U for uses and skip over, that's how we make the liquid, and this is the recipe. We are farming, I believe, all of those things, although maybe not the sulfur. So a reason to farm sulfur, a reason to upgrade our farms. I'm liking the sound of all of this. The next thing for us to do is to upgrade all of these one by one, which means we're going to pop into here and probably, yeah, pick up some of the items and be a pain in the backside. So we click on that and we upgrade it to the next level. And we've got to do that for all of these. So that's the first row done. Let's actually open up the interface and see what's changed with it. We now have these augmentation slots on the side. So when we go to the second one, we now have 2, 3, and also I think the amount of power it can hold is going up. 6,000. Yes, it's gone up as well. Is the speed it's operating at increased? So that's reasonable. The one next to it is definitely going slower. Right, so this is a very good idea, basically. It's the exact same deal on these ones over here. They now store more power, they now run faster, and they have these augmentation slots. I'm really going to have to go through these one by one and find out what group we should put in there, because there's room for 4, which is pretty awesome. So let's go down to the chest at the very bottom and see how much work it's got to do, because the whole thing is going to run faster now, which means we can crank the speed of the quarry up. And this thing was full to the brim earlier, so it's definitely doing its thing. And there you go, the room has been fixed and upgraded as well, and we'll come back here and do some more work on it in the future. You know how Ender IO cables work, right?
Yep.
So this right here has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 connections to this battery. So how many RF per tick is that? That's like 25,000, yeah?
Okay, yep.
Right,
yep.
Now when it comes to putting that power into these things over here, right, they do not get 5,000 per connection. They'll get like 500. And then you put in a second one and it'll get 1,000. At one point it was doing like 17,000. So if I attach another conduit to it, it will then all of a sudden start taking more, which is really, really weird.
I'll tell you why, dude.
Why is that?
Because your brain is fried like Rendog's. Dude, come back here, okay? This is funny. I'm sorry, man. You know I love you, right?
Yep. You seem to have the answer. I'm keen on knowing. Go on.
So you're working with your conduit connectors and saying, okay, so I got 5 connectors here. That's 25,000, 5 per each.
Yep.
Right? But the cable, my dear friend, can only carry 5,000 at any given time. It can never carry more than 5,000.
So I've been told that's not how it works. I've been told that the cable that has no limit and it's just the connections that are 5,000 each. Well, that makes a ton of sense. Because then it distributes based on how many you give them, right? Like when you give this one more, the others go down a little bit. So
exactly, yes.
It's using 5k for the whole system and divvying it up.
Yes.
So I'm currently editing the video, and I felt like pointing out that it was Iskall that introduced me to this block here, if I didn't make it clear already. And we're going to stop using as many of these dimensional transceivers and start switching over to these advanced power cells. So at the moment, I'm just crafting a few up, and what we're going to do is infuse them as well. I actually showed the whole infusing thing a moment ago, didn't I? Yeah, you just put them in there, and now it's going to consume those. Probably got to do them one at a time. There you go. And it starts infusing it. Anyway, we're going to head over to Iskall's base now, and we're going to check out how these Ender IO power conduits actually work. Hi, I'm here.
Very good. Hi. So it should
hang on. Iskall. Slow down. Yes. I need to stand back, pop myself into the air, and marvel at the entrance here. This thing's gorgeous. I love it.
Thank you.
Very nice block palette.
You know what I want to do real quick?
Yep.
This may be wasting your time. I'm sorry about that.
Oh, by the way, I need to look in your refined storage quickly. Never stars. Yep, just need to take a couple of stacks of those that were wrongfully taken from me.
They were on a public channel, man. I just signed
sorry. Okay. This isn't an acclaimed area. I'll just take some of this.
No.
It's not an acclaimed area, Iskall.
It's not about the claimage. It's about open channels to things. Okay, so let's just test something. I don't know about you, but
I got back one more block than I broke.
No, you're missing
I missed a bit. Yeah, there we go. Okay. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. So I want to test this whole power thing. Because we can actually test this conduit thing very quickly, just to prove that I'm wrong, that I'm right in this, okay?
Okay, yeah.
So let's say we have 2 capacitor banks. Both of these can carry 25,000 each, so they are not going to bottleneck anything, okay?
Yep.
Now, let's do the following. Let's grab a conduit from here to over here. If we look at this now, we should see, if you hover the power bar inside this,
yeah.
we should see 640. Let's now do another cable
on both ends. No, you need it on both ends.
Okay, yeah, let's do that. Boop.
And it's still... Oh no, see, look!
Oh my goodness!
You're wrong! You're wrong! The other people were right. Anyway, it still behaves really weird at my base. There you go, you see, it's the bandwidth is the connection, not the wire. That's what I was told by a lot of people.
I'm in shock!
You didn't know, you're a newbie for once.
What the crap?
Iskall is an energy conduit newbie.
This is a bit embarrassing actually, but that makes no sense. Are you kidding me?
Well, it makes sense. What doesn't make sense is what's going on in my base. Because even though it behaves like this, in my base it doesn't. It all gets a bit funky when you add more connectors and stuff, right? Like if this is how it works, okay, in my base it would be like you've got one connection here and it's transferring 300 instead of 640. You add a second one and then it does like 900. That's what's going on in my base. It's being really weird and funky. But this is how I was told they behave.
I think this is a bug. I'm gonna say this is a bug. This is a bug. This is not how the mod is supposed to work. He's in denial,
people.
This is not how the mod is supposed to work.
Dude, that is making some weird particle effects on my screen. Are you seeing that?
Yeah, it does when you break them. Very fine. Anyway, can I show you my server room?
Oh, dude, I should have shown you my server room. Because it's like I've borrowed your idea of doing this. Oh, I can't open it myself.
No, no.
I love
You're
it
not
though. This is amazing. This server room. I'm gonna have one of these in my base. I'm gonna make it look a little different, but I've totally copied or stealed your idea. I really wanted to
fine,
show
we
you
get
it and
it.
troll you with it, but I gave you full
You
credit,
wanted
man.
to troll him with me?
Yeah, I was gonna be like, look at this amazing idea I came up with, Iskall. Isn't
And
it
I
really
would have been
cool?
all quiet. I would have been like, okay.
Yeah. But dude, I gave you
Oh.
credit, man. It's a wonderful idea. Honestly, I really, really love that. I was watching your video. I was like, oh man, that is such a brilliant idea.
Thanks, dudes.
It just feels like a server room, right? It feels so
Yeah,
computery
yeah.
and high tech. I love
And
it.
nuclear safe as well.
This stuff is pricey, man. I reckon it takes 4 stacks of these to infuse one of those blocks. I believe we're not farming quartz yet. And emeralds, how are emeralds doing? Because the only way we're getting those are from the quarry. Yeah, I'd like to see a lot more of those, to be fair. I've just cranked the quarry up to 3,000. And this energy system is still just a little bit topsy-turvy. I think we need to get some Never Star generators backing it up a little bit. Because I wouldn't be surprised if after I turn this up a bit, it starts running into some problems again. So yeah, what we're going to do is switch over to using advanced power cells, and I was just thinking we could do that for the quarry right now. So like I've done over the back here, we'd still have one on the top, and then I thought we could probably use a cable to go from here to just over there, right? But one thing we do need to do is get rid of this network of cables down the bottom. So not only do we want these on the top, I think we want them on the bottom as well, and then to all connect to one over here. Or what we might be able to do is have one of them in this place and it connect to several on that side. I'm really not sure how it's going to go down, but one thing's for sure is these do seem to be a little bit better, but they are kind of not cheaper based on what we're farming, and especially the fact that we've got to infuse them all as well, which I'm hoping to automate or something like that. But anyway, that is going to be it from me, this episode of FoolCraft. I do hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, leave a like on the video. As always, thank you for your support, and I shall see you in the next one. Ciao for now. Bye-bye.